I don't want to see Osimhen on that pitch against Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau that have nothing to lose again. Guinea-Bissau are already out. They might decide to make it their mission to live with Osimhen's legs. What are we going to do about that?
The Super Eagles of Nigeria finally got off to a win at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations after defeating host Cote d'Ivoire 1-0 in their second Group A game. Victor Osimhen was named man of the match in that particular game, although many are saying he wasn't the most deserving winner of the award. We get to discuss that on the show today and the players who did perform very well for the Super Eagles in the game against Cote d'Ivoire and what to expect in the game against Guinea-Bissau. My name is Jidechi Chidiezie. And this is Crossfire, brought to you by Bet Bonanza. All right, let's get right into it. Tunde, let me start with you on this one. I mean, Nigeria win our first game at the Afcon. Congratulations to us, all of us. Victor Osimhen, man of the match in this particular game. Was it worth it or not?
I mean, Victor Osimhen is a fantastic player, but come on. Anybody that watched that game knows that it was not Nigeria's best player. It was not Nigeria's second best player. It was not Nigeria's third best player. It was not our fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh best player. And that's not Victor Osimhen's standard. That's just because the rest of the team played at such a very high level. I think what's happening here is that CAF saw what their elder brothers FIFA did during the World Cup by just handing the man of the match award to the most popular player on the team that won. That's how, a certain number 10 ended the tournament to 7 man of the match awards from 7 games, including from games that he lost. But for Victor Osimhen, again, he played well. He missed one big pass, which I'm not going to hold against him because we won. I mean, he also won the penalty for Nigeria. No doubt about that. So you cannot deny. But when you look at the monster performance that Ola put up in that game, the monster performance that Kabibasi put up in that game, the monster performance, defensive performance of our captain and his offensive contribution in which is called William Troost-Ekong, massive shout out to him. When you look at the presence of our new goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali, who replaced Mr. Butterfingers in goal, I'm surprised that we have looked at all of those guys and decided that no, Victor Osimhen is the player of the game. I've already listed 5 players. I could have also I did not call Shebi Ajayi, I did not call Zaidu Sanusi, I did not call Frank the Mother Tanko Yeka, who was brilliant in midfield. So all of these guys all play better than Osimhen. But again, it was a team effort, it was a team win, and in my opinion, the real man of the match is Jose Peseiro, who displayed tactical nouns that nobody had until that game. So Victor Osimhen was not the man of the match. He played well, but he was not the man of the match in any way, shape, or form.
Tosi, what do you have to say about that?
I disagree, especially when he says Victor Osimhen would have been the 7th best player. I don't know which game he's watching, but obviously he uses glasses at the end. So I don't know which game he was watching. There is no win without Victor Osimhen. Context, you understand? So Victor Osimhen, obviously in the first game, he scored the goal. The game ended, they gave the goalkeeper the man of the match award. He did well, one did well. In the second game, Victor Osimhen missed the chance, but the goal that was scored from the penalty, that was created by Osimhen. Yes, it was not created with an assist. And I think the reason why people are looking at it, don't get me wrong, I know Basi, these guys were also incredible in their own right. But I think the reason why people look at it that, okay, I know Basi could have, and they could have won it, but the reason is because Joseph Peseiro actually went with a defensive setup. You understand? Going with 3 at the back. So, Ivory Coast dominated possession for majority of the game. You understand? So, because we were sat back in a defensive way, in a low block, a lot of people had expected that, okay, more should have been done by Victor Osimhen. But in that defensive setup, you see that I know Basi, Ekong, the defenders were the ones that actually their imprint was more on the game in terms of because we are defending rapidly. So, in my own opinion, I feel like Victor Osimhen is a worthy winner. I don't know about 7th best player on the pitch. Calvin Bassey was fantastic, especially switching over to left back to end the game. I know joining in attack. But Victor Osimhen, being the low man in front, hustling, you understand, chasing long balls all day. I don't know. He was top 3. And at the end of the day, he is the reason why we were able to get that penalty. The only reason why we were able to get that penalty is because of Victor Osimhen. Any other striker there, once he controlled that ball and the ball was already going out of his possession, would have given up on the play. But Victor Osimhen, as we know, he has a never say die attitude. He was hungry, you understand, to get to that ball before the defender put his leg to obstruct him. So I felt Victor Osimhen, he ran the channels well. And he exhausted himself. His output, pressing, you understand, bringing the team together. And you understand, there are certain possessions whereby he demanded the ball from Lukman, you understand, and Samuel Chukwueze just to relieve pressure on the defense. You understand, but those things are not really highlighted because Nigeria didn't have much of the possession. So in my opinion, Victor Osimhen is a worthy winner. Now, there were other players who also had a very, very good case to win the award, like Aino and Basi. But Victor Osimhen is a worthy winner of the Man of the Match award.
Tunde, Nigeria 4 points in Group A, second behind Equatorial Guinea, and we are going into the final game against a supposedly weaker Guinea-Bissau. Perhaps a win is what many people are expecting. So do you think this game should be one where we get to see other strikers in the team, Jose Peseiro resting a Victor Osimhen?
Look, not to underrate Guinea-Bissau, but I've seen them in this tournament, and they are not a good team. That's just a fact. They scored twice against Equatorial Guinea, but they are not a team that Nigeria will lose sleep over. I'm not saying that the manager should completely overhaul the squad, but you have to bear in mind that we still have potentially 4 more games to play after this. So you have to. Victor Osimhen has a history with injuries. You don't want to. How bad will every Nigerian feel if we lose Osimhen in an inconsequential third game when we still have the rest of the tournament to play? So, like I said, Guinea-Bissau, it's not a do or die game for us. Nigeria can draw that game and still qualify as second. Nigeria can lose that game and still even qualify. But we absolutely have to win that game. But we don't need Victor Osimhen to win that game. That's the point. We have quality. Kelechi Iheanacho has not played at this tournament at all. He's fit now. Kelechi Iheanacho can lead the line. Paul Onuachu came on against Ivory Coast and gave a very good performance. I want to see an Onuachu Iheanacho link up. These are guys that are, not to be harsh on them, more dispensable than Osimhen. If you lose Osimhen against Guinea-Bissau, our entire tournament is over. That's it. And Guinea-Bissau are out regardless. So I don't know. I want to see not just even Osimhen. I want to see some players that have not gotten much opportunities. I want to see them get to play in this last group game. I want to see Rafael Onyedika, who has not played yet. I want to see him play. I want to see Bruno Onyemachi. I'm tired of Zaidu Sanusi on my screen, and I'm confident that Bruno Onyemachi is much better than him, and he can use this one game to prove to the coach and to Nigerians that is the left back that should be starting for the knockout phase. So play Bruno Onyemachi against Guinea-Bissau. You can give that to Samuel a chance. I don't know if the manager is wary of rotating too much, but certainly I don't want to see Osimhen. I know it's a good opportunity to start power and chase top scorer and whatnot, but the risk is too high. I don't want to see Osimhen on that pitch against Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau that have nothing to lose again. Guinea-Bissau are already out. They might decide to make it their mission to live with Osimhen's legs. What are we going to do about that? So it is too precious for us to use in that game. It is too risky, and we actually have talents that can help us beat Guinea-Bissau. We don't have to play our strongest, or lineup or the same set of players we have played over. One thing I don't want to see though is Nwabali or the game. No matter how you rotate.
Tosin, can Nigeria do it without Osimhen?
Can Nigeria do it? I don't think so. And the reason is because they have not shown me that they can do it without Osimhen. The only 2 goals we've been involved in at this tournament in 180 meters.
Has been involved in both of them.
Osimhen. And 2, Osimhen is someone that always wants to play anyway. Now, I get the idea that you may want to rotate other players on certain areas of the pitch. Onyedika is somebody I would like to see in action, obviously, and Bruno. But at the end of the day, don't let us. The win against Ivory Coast is a very, very good win. But don't let us jump ahead of ourselves. That's just the simple truth. We may still finish third. A loss can still put us. That Guinea-Bissau that beat us in Abuja, they can still decide to show up on the last day for national pride of their country. You understand? So they've been eliminated from the tournament, but they may even be looking for somebody to join them in the elimination so that they can be eliminated together. You understand? It's highly unlikely, but it is possible. So don't let us make that mistake. That mistake and be overconfident and be cocky and go into the game. I predicted that Nigeria will finish top of the group. You understand? Some of us are clairvoyant, that are intuitive, that are knowledgeable about the game of football. We said it here. With my vast experience in the game of football as a journalist, I said it here. People laughed at me on the opposite side of it. They laughed at me. I told them Nigeria will finish where they say, you see, look at me today. Look at me today. Look at me. But that's aside. Let's sit down for another day. You understand? So Victor Osimhen is somebody that the hopes and the dreams of Nigeria at this tournament rest on his shoulder. So I understand there's an element you want to be cautious with it. But you can't be cautious and now face elimination. Rather, play Victor Osimhen for 60 minutes, get the job done, and take him out of the game. You understand? That and now or get into a situation that what could have been. Now bringing Osimhen. Osimhen, quickly wear your shoe. Warm up. Come and give us 20 minutes so that we can change this game. Let's start it from the beginning. Now, when we ring in other changes, playing with Terence Murphy or Kelechi Iheanacho, and maybe it will help us in our attack, play a much more attacking style compared to what we did against Cote d'Ivoire. Get the job done in the first half, then Victor Osimhen we can save him. But to have the mentality that, you know what, we are taking out Victor Osimhen. Equatorial Guinea may say, oh, look at these people, Sha. They forgot that we beat them in Abuja, and come out with the mentality that these people are underrating us, and the game just takes a different turn. I have total confidence in some of the players you mentioned. I like Bruno Oyemachi, especially for Zaidu Sanusi in that place. You understand? Rafael Oyedika is somebody I just even want to see. I just even want to see him in action. But Victor Osimhen is so integral to the structure of this team. He's so integral to the hopes of this country. Some people actually turn on the TV to see Victor Osimhen. Some ladies turn on the television.
Are you part of them?
Come on, let's not do this. Let's not do this.
We're not going to talk about our sexuality here, but you know, I they hit things on the stage. But that's a separate discussion. But my point of is that, like, we know the politicians, they turn into what Victor Osimhen. So we know the Victor Osimhen is a hot commodity in Nigerian football. So don't let just put him on the bench and put him like as if he's a flower that will just shove him in the caca. Victor Osimhen should start the game. It's a very important game, and if we get the job done, he should go to the bench.
Let me throw the question to you. Do you think Osimhen should have won that award? Let me also ask if you feel Jose Peseiro should be starting him or give the other chance to other players in the team ahead of our next game against Guinea-Bissau. Ensure you drop your comments in the comment section down below. This has been Crossfire, brought to you by Bet Bonanza. High odds, fast payouts.